So this time of year, it's not uncommon to see your avocado tree looking a little bit bare. Now you can see there's lots of fruit, but I had a client that was a bit concerned about what this looked like, and rightfully so. Let me explain what's going on here. It's nothing to panic about. So avocados do not have much of a tolerance for salt. And unfortunately in San Diego, our water is quite salty because most of our water comes from the Colorado River, which is full of minerals, which is why we have notoriously hard water in Southern California. So what happens is the salt is absorbed through the roots, and because the tree doesn't have a high tolerance for salt, it likes to store that excess salt in the trees, which causes what we call leaf burn or salt burn, which is like the bottom tip of the leaf burning on avocado leaves, which you see all the time. And once the salt levels in those leaves start to get high enough to a point that the tree just can't tolerate it anymore, it will shed all those leaves to get rid of that excess salt. Now, what you want to look for to know what's going on is this. You see all this new growth starting to come in behind the dropped leaves. This is a good sign. This means that the tree is healthy and that all it's doing is shedding salt. Now, if you see your tree looking like this and you do not see new growth coming in behind the dropped leaves, you might have a different problem. Also, this usually only happens in the fall when the sun is lower in the sky and not so intense, because as we know, avocados are sensitive to sun and will get sunburned if left too exposed. So when this does happen, it's probably going to be a good idea to paint the main parts of the trunk to prevent the sunburn from happening, but knowing that it's not as dangerous this time of year because the sun isn't as intense. If you do see this happening in the middle of summer, you might have a different problem. That's just your avocado tip for today.